Hi there, today I'm going to share with you the absolute key to successful marketing. And believe it or not, it's a lot simpler than you think. Okay, so what's this amazing concept about making your marketing so much more successful? Well, throughout the years that I've been in business, and that's a few now, there's something that I keep coming back to over and over again within my own business and with business and my clients. And that concept is just simply be consistent. In other words, get stuff done on a regular basis, particularly in the channels where your target audience is. But the idea is just be consistent. And the reason I say that is because in my research shows that fewer than 10% of self-employed people and small businesses are consistent with their marketing. Now that doesn't include social media, because putting stuff out onto Twitter and Instagram and Facebook is dead easy, takes no time at all. And in all honesty, for a lot of people, simply doesn't take any kind of thought. So all you're doing there is just turning up. It's not exactly proactive, well-organized marketing. It's just, I've got to do it, so you do it. So if you take what I'm going to do with this is just take social media as a single channel. That's just one activity. You might think you're doing 4 or 5 different social media, but it's just one activity because of how easy it is to do. Now, the reason I've always been a big fan of consistency in marketing is simply because, in my experience, haphazard marketing gets you haphazard results. Consistent marketing gets consistent results. And the great thing about consistent marketing is that you will be able to tell fairly readily whether those consistent results are what you want or what you don't want, whether they're producing a return on investment or not. But if you're doing poke it with a stick marketing, you're not going to know what aspect of it is being particularly successful. You can't analyze something that you're not doing on a fairly consistent basis. If, say, you've done something for 3 months fairly consistently and it hasn't worked, then there's either something in the makeup or it's the wrong channel, you're using it in the wrong way, you're using the wrong timing, wrong audience. But you'll know that that particular marketing channel, that marketing activity doesn't work because you've done it consistently for a measure of time. All of your marketing needs measuring. And if you're not using channels consistently, you can't measure results because results are going to be up and down. Haphazard results comes from haphazard marketing. So, okay, here's a quick tip then on how to make sure that your marketing is far more consistent. First of all, you need to make sure you've done your ABCs. Do you know your audience? Do you know your broadcast, your boast, your brag that you're saying to them? And do you know which channels are most effective to use to get that boast across to your audience? It all starts with your audience. Now, once you've worked those things out, you need to try and get a fairly straightforward, simple plan together to do some marketing. Now, I write my marketing on a monthly plan, on a piece of paper that I stick on my desk, close to my keyboard, and every day I see it. Because I like to plan out my marketing, and I like to know what I'm going to do every day I hit my desk. Now, top tip number 1, put your marketing in your diary. In other words, make time for doing some marketing. I do my marketing pretty much at the beginning of every single work day, before I've done anything else. And usually before I've switched on my email, my phone is usually off, I get my marketing done. It takes me anywhere between half an hour and an hour, but I realise that if I want to do consistent marketing, I've got to make consistent time for it. So you need to make time for marketing without fail, come what may. If you're waiting to get round to it or waiting for when you've got a spare 10 minutes, I promise you it's never ever going to happen. Been there, done that, it just doesn't work. So, schedule your activity. If you're going to do blogging, put it in the diary. If you're going to send out emails to customers and to prospective customers, put it in the diary. If you're going to make sales phone calls, put it in the diary. If you're going to develop an automated sales funnel system, put it in the diary. Just put stuff in the diary. If you're going to research potential customers, connect with people on LinkedIn and start conversations on there, put it in the diary. So when you get to your desk, you'll know what you're going to do on which particular day to which particular audience. The more you plan, the easier it becomes. So create yourself a simple plan. I plan monthly, usually aiming at quarterly goals, but always I plan monthly. At the end of every month, I plan out the next month's activity so I know what I'm going to do. It isn't complicated. It's dead simple. And the simpler you make it, the easier it is to follow. But that's it. The absolute key to successful marketing, in my view, It's just to be consistent. Just to be in front of your audience regularly from many different directions, but consistently. If you're going to do videos on YouTube, for example, do it consistently. If you're going to, create storyboards and write lengthy blog posts and write articles and stuff, do it consistently. If you're going to do postal marketing or leaflet dropping, do it consistently. If you're going to advertise in magazines or newspapers, do it consistently. The key things, the more consistent you are, the more successful your results are going to be. And like I said earlier, if it's consistent, you can measure results. And if it ain't working, you can change it or ditch it. But to make it happen, you need to be able to put time in your diary, be deliberate about what you're doing, schedule it, plan it. Plan your work your plan, and the results will come. So I hope you found that useful. Please, if you've got any comments, write them below. We'd always love to hear from you, and we always respond to comments on our social media. But that's enough from me. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.